10 high protein foods you should be eating. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Diamonds. I'm an ex-scientist and I majored in biochemistry and microbiology. I'm also an ex-medical doctor and I've been doing this for nearly a decade. In 2014 was the first time that I went from 30% body fat to 10% body fat, and that was the hardest and longest journey. Not only have I transformed my physique multiple times since then eating these foods, my clients have seen the same success in the shortest time possible eating these 10 high protein meals, as short as 4 weeks to 90 days. If you follow the advice I'm gonna share with you here, look at what Matt achieved in 4 weeks. Look at Nicholas in 4 weeks. JL in 90 days following this very same diet I'm about to share. I know there's a lot of noise on the internet about what to eat and what diet to follow. And honestly, it took me years to figure this all out. But all you have to do is watch the video from start to finish on what you should be eating and what you should put into your body to get to 10%. Protein is an excellent catalyst for muscle growth and fat loss, but only when it's done right. Protein is a macronutrient that some people struggle to get an appropriate amount in their diet to build muscle or lose fat, mainly because it's considered less palatable than other foods like high carbs and fats. In this video, I'll show you the top 10 high protein foods that will help you lose belly fat and build muscle. Take a second right now to go into the comments down below and let me know what your weight is and what your body fat percentage is based off of the photo I'm showing you right now. And I'll tell you exactly how much protein you should be eating. But before we get to the 10 foods, let me explain what makes a good protein source. Firstly, it's a food's leucine content. As shown by studies, leucine is an essential amino acid shown to be the most potent amino acid at stimulating muscle protein synthesis. And secondly, we need to consider the digestibility of the food, which is the amount of nutrients that can be absorbed and digested by the body. In this case, it's the number of amino acids that can be digested and absorbed to be used for muscle protein synthesis as well as growth. Therefore, the higher the leucine content and the digestibility of a protein source, this will lead to better muscle growth and repair. This now begs the question, what is better, animal-based protein or plant-based protein? Well, it depends. According to research, animal-based protein has a higher leucine content and a higher digestibility to the latter. To further support this, a review from the Journal of Nutrition states that animal-based protein has a higher digestibility and a higher leucine content than plant-based protein, which are also deficient in other essential amino acids. This doesn't mean that plant-based protein shouldn't be considered. This just means that it needs to be a few things that we need to be implemented to receive the essential minerals and amino acids. The first meal is chicken. It is the most commonly consumed high protein food. The breast is considered to be the leanest part. It has little to no fat, but that's excluding the skin, which contains excess calories, adding anywhere to 3 to 4 times the amount of fat to your meal. So if you're looking to maximize your protein intake, chicken is the way to go. Be sure to remove the skin and you'll be getting a good amount of protein in. Within 85 grams of chicken breast, you can easily get 27 grams of protein. Chicken is a protein source that can be easily found in almost any supermarket or grocery store and can be incorporated in your lunch or dinner. Currently, I'm eating 200 grams of protein daily in order to build muscle and lose fat, and I get the majority of that from protein in chicken, in the form of a chicken wrap or in any meal or even in a burger. I have 2 of these a day and it hits 85% of my protein intake for the day. I also recommend making your chicken breast in an air fryer. It is a game changer. Number 2, tilapia. Tilapia is popular, relatively inexpensive fish. It's a white fish, freshwater fish, that's a great source of protein yet low in calories and fat. One fillet, about 87 grams of tilapia, can pack up to 23 grams of protein and only 111 calories. 2 years ago, I traveled to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. During that period, I was preparing for my show and I opted for tilapia to help me reach my protein intake for 200 grams. I would have 2 tilapia fillets totaling 44 grams of protein with a side of white rice for dinner. Another reason why I suggest eating tilapia is because it's a type of white fish. White fish is relatively low in fat yet high in protein and micronutrients like selenium, magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium. The best types are cod, halibut, grouper, haddock, and flounder. You can also go for a sea bass if you like. Number 3, lean ground beef. Lean ground beef contains a good amount of protein compared to the other ground beefs. Reason being, per gram of lean ground beef, there's less fat. The goal is to remove as much fat from the diet as possible. And by adding lean ground beef to your diet, you're reducing the amount of fat that you're ingesting. But by how much? Per 30 grams of lean ground beef, there is about 15 grams of fat. When we compare this with a regular ground beef, there's 62 grams of fat per 30 grams, which is 4 times the amount of fat than in lean ground beef. Unfortunately, lean ground beef is a bit more expensive than the regular ground beef, but it is surely worth the cost. You can have it with a carb source like rice, pasta, or you can have it with a mixed veg to make the ground beef stir fry to help you hit more than one macronutrient. It's a great protein source and can be incorporated in various ways. Eat lean ground beef with your rice, or if you want to go low carb, a cauliflower rice, and I usually eat 200 grams of lean ground beef with a zucchini noodle at the beginning of my cut. There's so many ways to prepare it. Alternatively, you can eat it with spaghetti. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy lean ground beef and give me suggestions on how you prepare it. These transformations have truly been life-changing for my clients. It's just not about losing the fat. It's about finally becoming the man you've always wanted to be, a top 1% man. If you're ready to finally make a change and take responsibility for your life and health, and you're ready to lose the fat, you're ready to optimize your energy levels and gain that supreme confidence, pause the video right now, scroll down below, and click the link where it says one-on-one coaching and fill out the application to work with me. Schedule your diagnostic call where we'll truly figure out what you would need to do to help you reach your goal. Eggs and egg whites. We love whole eggs. Having them scrambled with toast, boiled, making a delicious omelette, or having it with a fried rice meal. Whole eggs contain a considerable amount of calories and micronutrients that come in the egg yolks. All of the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K in eggs are found in the yolk. In addition, the yolk contains healthy fats and cholesterol necessary for the production of hormones such as testosterone. When dieting, the yolk can add a considerable amount of fats to the diet and make it difficult to incorporate. This is where the egg whites come in. 4 whole eggs are a total of 312 calories, 28 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, and 21 grams of fat. Those are amazing macros except for the high fats. Personally, on my current diet, that would take away of half of my total fats for the day. 8 egg whites give you the exact same protein and carbs minus all the fats and 40% less the total calories at 137 calories. When making my breakfast meal, I sometimes add a whole egg with my egg whites to still have that delicious yolk in there. In general, egg whites are a game changer for anyone on a diet. Protein bars. If you're familiar with calorie challenges, I've done them in the past, you would have known I have a sweet tooth. Protein bars are my favorite snack to eat after a meal. I have 4 bars daily to help curb my sweet tooth. I'm enjoying this prep period because I can fit protein bars into my diet. Protein bars are a great way to help fight those sugar cravings, as well as a great protein supplement. When I crave chocolate or anything sweet, I substitute those cravings with a protein bar. Unfortunately, many protein bar products are high in fats and carbs, which isn't what we want. When looking for a protein bar, look for ones that are high in protein, low in fats, and moderately low in carbs. Also look if they're high in fiber, that can help you. Great tasting protein bar brands are Onnit Protein Bar Bits, Quest Protein Bars, Barbell's Protein Bars, Grenade, to name a few. Give them a try. Whey protein. Whey is popular with athletes and bodybuilders because of its amino profile, which is high in leucine. Whey protein is a great substitute if you're unable to reach your protein intake for the day. In 2 scoops of protein powder, you get about 30 to 50 grams of protein, which is higher than most whole foods. Whey protein should be used as a supplement when you can't reach your protein goals. It shouldn't be your primary substance for protein. Using this in other sources will work wonders for you. DeVries and colleagues describes consumption of whey protein has a robust ability to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. In fact, whey protein has been found to stimulate muscle protein synthesis to a greater degree than other proteins such as casein and soy. Whey protein alone has a multi-billion-dollar market cap because it has a super convenient way of delivering a high protein meal. Tuna. Canned tuna is also another great animal-based protein source that is very rich in protein. The fats to protein ratio are relatively low. Out of all the protein sources on this list, it's almost purely protein. Per 30 grams of tuna, there is 0.5 grams of fat. This is incredible in comparison to previous protein sources. Canned tuna can be found at your local supermarkets as a different option. There's shredded chunks, solid chunks, oil packed, and water packed. I suggest you go for the water packed solid chunks option and that opposed to the oil. That being said, we do want the high protein content with a low fat. If you're looking for a high protein tuna snack, try it. We'll use another excellent protein source I mentioned to optimize protein intake, egg white. You'll need canned tuna, 4 hard boiled eggs, and 30 grams of low fat mayo to prepare this meal. Remove the yolk from the 3 eggs and cut the egg whites into smaller pieces. Egg white bits and tuna. Add the mix to a toasted bread white thin thin and serve. The calories are about 552 calories with 49.7 grams of protein, 67 grams of carbs, and 8 grams of fat. This meal is a great pre-workout meal. If you want any ideas, let me know in the comments if you want more of these type of recipes. But moving on, lentils and other legume beans. Lentils contain an average of 26% high quality protein. Together with other grain legume seeds, they are the main source of dietary protein for over 1 billion people. On top of that, they have great potential for use in novel plant-based foods. In addition to it being a plant-based protein source, they're also high in fiber and a great carbohydrate source. Now, if you're looking to reach more macros than just protein, this is a good start. Per 30 grams of protein, you would get about 66 grams of carbs. Cottage cheese. Fat-free cottage cheese will contain anywhere between 13 to 15 grams of protein per half cup serving. If you need a quick fast protein option, it's one source that's easily accessible without having to prep it. But if you'd like to use it in combination with other foods, that's also okay. Some people tend to pair it with peanut butter or a fruity snack. Some cottage cheese brands do offer variations that already have fruit in them, but it's rather best to stay away from the brands because simple sugars are often mixed for a better taste. Save yourself the stress of ingesting unknown sugars when you can control what you eat by adding your own fruits. Protein ice cream. In 80 grams of Movenpick, there are 242 calories, 15 grams of fat, 22 carb, and 3.2 grams of protein, versus 80 grams of protein ice cream, which is 80 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 5.2 grams of carbs, and 11.2 grams of protein. Comparing the two, that's a third of the calories, 1/10 of the fat, and 15 grams less of carbs, and almost 4 times more protein. The best part is that it tastes amazing. The most popular brand has to be Halo Top, followed by Arctic Zero, Skinny Cow, and the list goes on. I've also made a video showing you how to make your own protein ice cream at home, and I've left that in the description down below. The purpose of this video is to show you that dieting doesn't have to be unbearable. Sometimes people just need to know that there are healthy alternatives out there. Milk. Milk is considered a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids necessary for your body properly to function. There are 2 types of proteins found in milk, casein and whey protein. Both are considered high quality proteins. In several studies, drinking milk is associated with a lower risk of age-related muscle loss. Higher consumption of milk and milk products have been linked to great whole body muscle mass and better physical performance in older adults. Milk has also shown to boost muscle repairs in athletes. Several studies have demonstrated that drinking milk after a workout can decrease muscle damage, promote muscle repair, increase strength, and even decrease muscle soreness. It's a natural alternative to highly processed protein drinks marketed towards your post-workout recovery. And those are my 10 high protein suggestions. I highly recommend that if you just have 50 grams of protein in each one of your meals and you choose any combination of the 10 meals I've given you here, you will be in a much better position. Having enough protein in your diet can change things tremendously. It will keep you fuller for longer. It will boost your metabolism. It will help you build muscle. Unless you have any pre-existing issues with your kidneys or your liver, I have never seen any negative to eating more protein. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know again what your current weight is, and based off of the photo, what is your current body fat, and I'll tell you how much protein you should be eating. All I ask is leave the video with a gentle thumbs up, but I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.